Do you ever have one of those random moments where you felt like you aren't good enough? That feeling where you're just enjoying the time of doing what you love, and suddenly, the urge to stop just happens. If you're feeling this kind of uneasiness lately, don't worry, because today, this book review will be a big help to overcome this blocker. Hey there, my name is Paul Andre, and welcome to another episode of my book review series. If you're new to the channel, this series is all about tackling important learnings and takeaways from the books I've read. So if you're a newcomer, let me know by dropping a comment below. With that said, let's begin.
Paul Andre, give them what they need. Here to motivate and inspire, bring the energy. Let's go. Content I know you need it. All about personal branding, even public speaking. And we live streaming. This I know you'll like. Get it hype.
Today we have Steven Pressfield's The War of Art, Break Through the Blocks and Win Your Inner Creative Battles. This book sheds light on the struggles of creativity on how to maintain it in the long term. All of us are creators. We are the builders of the future. We all have talent. And how about you? What is your superpower? Feel free to share and comment them below, as I would love to see it. Though there's no denying that there will be blockers along the way that makes you question your creative capabilities. That's why this book is just what you need. So sit back, relax, and let's get on with the review. If there's one entity that keeps your creativity train to slow the hell down, it's resistance. This is your worst enemy that prevents you from unleashing the creativity inside of you. In the early chapters of this book, Steven tackled how resistance can take a toll on the progress in your life. So what's the deal with this resistance, you ask? Here are some of them. Resistance come and go whenever it wants. It will suddenly pop out of nowhere and you'll be wondering, how the hell did it reach you? Resistance is like an invisible enemy that acts like your sleep paralysis demon. We're not aware when it'll come, but it will suddenly strike that prevents you from making your creative process. Ask yourself, why haven't you started that content creator career yet? What prevents you from being an online personality? Why do you have to postpone that every gym appointment? Maybe resistance hugging you from behind, perhaps. Wait, that became a little creepy all of a sudden. Resistance is like that one friend that loves to see you suffer. It will try to discourage you until you don't want to make progress anymore. Resistance will inflict things in your mind that you don't want to see. You're not good enough for this stuff. You are worthless. Aren't you too old to do such a thing? Why bother with that stuff? Get a life. These are just a few examples that resistance can do to your mind. So always be careful, always get a hold of yourself when it strikes. Just like any other problem in life, you can indeed put resistance at bay to get the much needed peace of mind. Battling resistance can be a bit tricky. That's why you need to follow these steps. You might find it weird that I was talking about resistance as an enemy, but now as a trustworthy companion? But why don't we turn the tables around this time? So instead of seeing resistance as a threat, use it as a compass for your own good. This means you need to focus on the activities where resistance is holding on with its might. If resistance prevents you from creating art, do it. If resistance prevents you from becoming a content creator, then do it. What your talent or capability might be, use your resistance to be your guiding light. Doing so will actually help you pursue these goals of yours. Who would have thought that becoming a professional in the things that you love will actually defeat resistance? And no, it doesn't mean that you have to pressure yourself. Just work your way up and you will eventually get there. In this book, Pressfield mentioned how it plays differently between an amateur and a professional. For example, an amateur will treat such stuff for short-term fun, while pros will treat it for keeps. An amateur works best on the weekends, but a pro can do it for the entire week. These are just examples of how being a professional can yield greater rewards in your chosen field, and thus eventually beat resistance in the long run. If there's also one thing that will help you make progress, it's your inspiration. Just like resistance, inspiration comes and goes. But when it strikes in front of you, then don't hesitate and grab it. Don't let resistance get the betterment of you. Do what needs to be done and see yourself skyrocket to greatness in no time. Resistance is like that nosy neighbor who wants to bother you every morning. And what better way to shut them up is by slamming the door right in front of their face. So shut resistance down and don't let their powers fade your progress away. So how can you find inspiration, you ask? Start by observing your surroundings and do the things you love by treating yourself to something good. We never know, maybe the inspiration you need is just around the corner, waiting patiently. The War of Art, Break Through the Blocks and Win Your Creative Inner Circle Battles brings out the best in you, not only as a creator, but also as a person as a whole. This book is like your personal motivator that you can just read whenever you feel unmotivated. It has a ton of takeaways that will start your gears, and this review is just the beginning. We can truly see how resistance plays a negative role in whatever we do in life. Stephen Pressfield's mind is one of a kind, and we're glad to see what goes on in his head as a writer in this book alone. So how about you? Have you read this masterpiece? I would love to hear your thoughts too, so feel free to comment below and what you're learning you gained from this book. Okay, before we go, I just want to tell you something. Always lock your doors to your mind and heart whenever you want to start to do something. This way, you can truly create and make progress in peace without resistance chiming in unexpectedly. And that's it. And thank you for watching today's book review series. And I'm grateful to see you here until the end. But before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And don't forget to share this video with your friends too. Once again, I'm Paul Andre, signing out. Peace.